Independent wrestling is full of charismatic persona, incredible athleticism,
shooting star, press from pressure cover,
and at times, complete chaos.
Get attention! Don't do it, Will! Oh my gosh! Senton bomb through the table!
This is where the young guys, the young girls come today to pay their dues, to learn the craft, to start the journey to become the next wrestling superstar. I'm WWE Hall of Famer Booker T, and these are the Indies.
What's going on? It's WWE superstar Apollo Crews here. I just want to talk for a minute about what the Indies meant to me. Traveled up and down the road for a long time, and they meant so much to me. It was a huge part of getting me to where I am today, and that is a part of the WWE. I actually did some work with Booker in Houston, drove from Atlanta. Those drives, I feel like those drives that we take, 14-hour drives, those type of things develop some kind of character in you that you can't find anywhere else. The Indies mean a lot to me. Got to travel to Japan, Europe, UK, toured all over, and for me it was just a huge part of helping me become the superstar that I am today. So I'm very grateful that I got to experience the Indies, and that's it for me.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're back in the Indies. Special guest this week, Billie Starkz. A young sensation in the world of professional wrestling, 16 years old, and that right there, man, it's scary. It's scary. I got a daughter that's 10 years old, and I can only imagine 6 years from now she might be trying to step inside the ring because of people like yourself. Talk to me, Billie. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. I can't complain. I'm living the dream right now. I'm doing a show like this, being able to talk about what's going on out there in the indie world, who's trying to come up in the indie world also. And yourself, like I say, you're young, you're impressionable. You know, what made you want to get into the wrestling business, and who inspired you?
So my father introduced me into wrestling, and I just grew to love it. And I just remember watching like Raw and SmackDown and a lot of NXT growing up, and then going to independent shows, and then figuring out that I can do this. And then I made up my mind and was set on it and became a professional wrestler.
Wow. I mean, you gotta have somebody out there that have, other than your dad, because I look at your Twitter account, and I see people like Roxy following you. I don't know if you knew or not, but Roxy was the youngest reality of wrestling champion at 18 years old. What's your goals as far as this wrestling thing goes?
Just make a living off it, honestly. Like, I love this so much that I don't truly want a real job ever. I want to make I'm like, working or doing what I love. I'd choose this path.
Yeah, I mean, some of the female wrestlers you gotten a chance to work with. Give me a few names.
I've worked with Kylie Ray, Roxy, like you've said, Sky Blue, and a bunch of amazing talent. I've also wrestled Deonna Purrazzo, Jordan Grace, and the list goes on. And I've also got to wrestle Sue Young too, which is like one of my wrestling family members.
Yeah. Just think about that for 1 second. Billie. All of those ladies you just named, all of them have had some television looks. They've been on, somebody's TV. How much did that, inspire you and give you that feeling that, man, it may not be that far before I make my debut on the big screen on national television, and the thing is, I don't even know if you can do that at 16 or 17. Do we have anybody that have, I don't know anybody that have broke in that young and got on television. Is that a dream, or is that an inspiration for you?
Yes, totally. Like, I would like to be like one of the youngest talents signed anywhere, because I feel like I am working so hard, and that's one of my goals, is to get to this point where I can say that I put in this work and it's paying off. And then also wrestling those women, they've helped me improve so much and given me like the little stuff to work on and what TV is looking for, like, oh, this and this. And it's just the little stuff that matters. And that's what's going to bring me to that point.
Yeah, yeah. Right now, there's so many ladies organizations around the world, all female shows around the world. Actually, we just started one at Reality of Wrestling. Diamonds Are Forever. Hopefully, we can get you down there and let you be a part of that one day. But as far as traveling, not just here in the States. Is Japan, Germany, England, is those places on the map for you, or do that really matter, or do you just want to get to a big company and stay in one place like I did? See, because I didn't like going to Japan. I didn't like going all over the place. I wanted to get in one company and get paid like a real check every week, like a regular job. What's your thought on that?
I really do want to travel the world and just experience new places and also experience like new styles of wrestling, because I feel like when you watch it, it has like a different feel than what it is like back home. And even in the States, when you travel, like certain things are different in other areas. So I feel like just going to a completely different country, it's going to be like one of those learning lessons almost, where I can learn so much more and incorporate that into myself.
As far as trainers go, who's been instrumental as far as getting you to this point right here? Because I know the business. I don't know. I talk about the wrestling business the way it was, old school, and I think about the way it's done now, and I try to think about the hybrid way of doing it, and I try to teach my students that as well. Who's been instrumental in your training process?
So my original trainers was Rudo Lomata and Rudy Switchblade. And then I've also traveled a lot and got training from other places. There's a school called Skull and Bones where Trey Miguel runs it, and he's helped me out a lot with some stuff. And then I've done a bunch of seminars that like really helped me improve. I did a Michael Bennett seminar recently, and just like the stuff he said, it kind of clicked with me, because I'm one of those people, I sometimes struggle like talking on a microphone or just being able to sit down and do like promos where I feel like it truly has people's attention. And he's helping me out with that stuff that like I know that's where I struggle, and then growing my weaknesses into strengths.
You say you talk about your weaknesses. What do you think your strong points are?
Honestly, my ring ability and my like motivation. Like I am always working to get better and better. Like I did boxing and I went weightlifting today, and I'm going to training later. My schedule's always like this.
Yeah. If some young girls out there, watching this right now, and they see Billie Starkz at 16 years old, wanting to be the youngest female to, break into business, perhaps the youngest female in the history of professional wrestling. Just think about that for a second. What would you tell that, like I was just saying, my 10-year-old daughter, if she wanted to, follow in your footsteps? What would you tell her?
Just honestly, as cheesy as it sounds, just keep working. And if this is your goal, I truly believe you can make anything happen.
Yeah. I tell you, stick to those cheesy quotes because no, I'm serious, because I always tell people, when they ask me certain things, I always say, honestly, I know this sounds cliche, but if it wasn't for you, it would be no me, and I know, it sounds like, that's something that people like myself is supposed to say, but it's true. So stick to those little sayings, and stay true to them, hold on to them. Your fans. There's a lot of fans out there that love Billie Starkz. What can you tell your fans to anticipate, not only in 2021, but in the years to come from Billie Starkz?
Just know I'm going to be improving and putting on the best show I can. I love wrestling, and I hope they love every second of me wrestling.
Awesome. Hey guys, this is Booker T with Billie Starkz. This is the Indies, and this what this show is really all about. It's about young people like yourself getting into this business, trying to find a springboard to that next level of competition. But before I get you out of here, finishing moves. What inspired that?
So like my finishing moves are like one I used to do was ode to Matt Demores, who was one of my favorite wrestlers. So it was like an homage to him, but in my own creative way. And then there's a swanton that I just think looks beautiful. I just like seeing myself soar through the air sometimes. And then ended up in squashing people. And then I have a bridging German suplex that, because of my flexibility, I'm able to dump people on their heads.
Hey, heck yeah! Well, I wanted to make sure I get that in there because it's going to be some cool highlights to Billie Starkz doing all of this stuff here on the Indies, and it's going to be really, really cool for the world to actually be introduced to Billie Starkz right here on this show. And I just want to thank you for coming on and giving me some time. Know that it's all about you. The world is really yours. This business is truly what you make it. A lot of times, in this business, just to give you a little bit of advice before I get you out of here, we are our own worst enemy. So make sure you stay focused in order to make it to that next level that you want to get to. And that next level is to be the youngest female champion in professional wrestling history. I want to thank you, Billie. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Hey, I want to thank you for being a part of the show today. Make sure you send me your comments. Let me know exactly what questions that you want me to ask the young future stars of the business. But before you get out of here, guys, check out the best of the Indies.
And here we go in the high-red district. Boomerang look like he's going to take a suplex. No, some kind of suplex off the top rope right there, but he breaks it. Big forearm there by Boomerang. One of the best high flyers in the world, all over the country. He goes out there, do that 450, 180 and a quarter splash off the top. He says a little prayer there before he does it this time. And he let, oh! Ow! What the? Oh, no! He's down. That was a bet. He's got one. He's down. No. But he kicks out. He kicks out. He kicks out. Jump.